Hello and welcome to the Blossoming Soul Tarot. So today's video is going to be a March prediction as well, just like the previous one, but this one is going to be focused on your love life. As usual, I have 3 cards for you to choose from. They were randomly selected, and whatever information they have, that is going to be the starting point for your reading. So now you just have to choose between group number 1, 2, or 3. The timestamps are down below in the description, and make sure you pause the video if you need more time to choose from one of these cards. Let me just give you the usual disclaimer. The whole reading may not resonate to all of you. As you know, this is a general reading, is meant for a broad audience, so some of the things that you are going to hear in the group that you choose may not resonate 100% with your situation. So just have fun with the reading, take what resonates, what makes sense to you, and leave the rest to decide. And something that I always like to say sometimes during readings is that, for example, if I tell you that your reading had a card that one of the other groups also had, 1 or 2 or more cards, then maybe that is a sign for you to check on that group as well, because there might be some information that could be important to you. Because I watch readings as well on YouTube, and sometimes when you have several piles, just like you have here, sometimes you have 3, 4, 5, it depends, but you sometimes feel like you are drawn to one of them, but other times you feel drawn to 2 of them, but you have to choose one. And sometimes that means that the 2 piles have information for you. That is why when that happens, that groups have similar cards, then I always like to say that and to let you know about that in case you want to check out the other pile as well. So yeah, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if the reading was helpful to you in any way, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I would be very happy to have your support and continue to have your support here on YouTube. I am enjoying doing these readings every week for you so much, and I am so happy for all the support that I have been getting. And yeah, I'm very excited to continue doing the readings here on YouTube. And yeah, now without further ado, let's hop on to the video. Hi, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So this is the first card that the universe sent just for you about your love life in March 2023. Let's see what it has. Rhodochrosite, remember your worth. This is a oracle deck that is all about crystals. I guess you have noticed already that I really like crystals. I have a small collection, and I really love this stone as well. This stone is pretty much related to love, so it's interesting that it is coming up in a love reading. But in this case, I believe that this is self-love. It's all about self-love. So I don't know how the rest of the reading is going to unfold for you guys, but what I know now is that March is going to be a very important month for you to develop your self-love. People usually say that if you don't love yourself, you are not ready to love others or to receive love from others, which is very true, because if you don't love yourself, then you are not going to feel that you are worthy of being loved. And sometimes you are not going to accept that love as well, or you are not going to understand that love. So what I see here, first and foremost, is that March is definitely going to be a key month for you to work on your self-love and to realize and understand your worth. I am very excited to see the rest of the cards and to see if the rest of the reading is mostly about self-love as well. If it is, don't worry. It doesn't mean that your relationships are not going to be healthy or good. It just means that it is a month for you to focus more on self-love. So now I'm gonna grab the crystal deck again. So now I'm gonna grab the Daily Crystal Inspiration Oracle again. Let's see what other information the universe has for you. So group number 1, Love Life, March. Alright, so we have another 2 cards. Let me put this one to this side. I always have this issue. I can never understand if the cards are straight or not, because on the screen of the camera they look straight, but sometimes they're not. I'm sorry about that if they're not like 100% straight. So you also have Jade, be the bigger person, and the Black Kyanite, which says set strong boundaries. Okay, so this is a very interesting set of cards, group number 1. I would say that these 2 cards also reinforce the idea that the first card was giving me, which is that March is going to be more about yourself, more about focusing on yourself and working on self-love. This Jade card right here, be the bigger person, this really gives me the sense that you, just like with the Black Kyanite that says set strong boundaries, I really feel like sometimes you don't speak up for yourself as much as you should, because you are not, you don't believe in yourself enough sometimes. And you sometimes are so unsure of what you are thinking, unsure about what you feel, about your opinions, that you easily get stepped on by other people. I don't know if I'm being clear here, but you definitely need to work on your boundaries. You need to understand more where is your limit, where people can't cross, what people can't do because it's hurting you. For example, I feel like March could be, for some of you, a month in which you will have to face a situation in which you will have to have your boundaries very set and very clear, because otherwise people are gonna cross the limit. And I think that there could be a situation in which you will have to be the bigger person. You will have to really speak up for yourself. So again, group number 1, the month of March is all about yourself. There could be some things about relationships further on in the reading, but for now, what I can say is that the main thing that the universe wants you to know is that you have to work on your self-love, on setting your boundaries well, and speaking up for yourself pretty much, and being the bigger person. This is a very interesting reading so far. I'm very excited to see what tarot has to say. For today, I have the Everyday Witch Tarot, which is one of my favorite tarot decks. It's so cute. I really love using this deck. So group number 1, Love Life in March. Okay, so we have 4 cards right here. 4 tarot cards. Let me put these a bit closer to each other. So the tarot cards that we have are the Knight of Wands, the Empress, the Justice card, and the Tower. Alright, so I can see that this is going to be a very strong reading, group number 1, and March is going to be a very important month for you. And I'm saying that this is a very strong reading because the 4 cards that you have, 3 of them are major arcana cards. So that means that these are very important events or situations or feelings that you're gonna have in March. So we're gonna go through all of these cards, and I'll try to make the messages as clear as possible. But I'm gonna start here with the Knight of Wands, which was the first card that fell from the deck. The Knight of Wands usually represents a person that is very adventurous. The knights in general are usually very adventurous. It depends whether they are more impulsive or more willing to take risks. And the Knight of Wands is one that is eager to move forward and look for adventure. It is a very passionate and exciting energy, which is willing to move forward despite the risks. However, from what I can see here on your reading, I see you as this person. I see you as a person that is willing to take risks in certain situations. But you're also a person that is very, how do I say, very truthful, very honest, and you always look for justice and truthfulness. And I feel like in March something is going to come up that is going to kind of challenge that side of you, and that you are really going to be setting strong boundaries, because otherwise you might get hurt or you might feel bad about something. So I really feel like the Knight of Wands is here to represent your personality. Most of the time the Knight of Wands shows up in a reading to really represent a person. So that's why I say that it could be yourself. It could be that the universe is telling you that it is time to take action regarding something in your love life. It feels like you have been planning things and really dwelling on something. And the universe is pretty much saying that, of course, it's good to plan and really think things through before you take action and decide what to do. But March is going to be the time for you to move in the direction that you know that you want to go, because the Knight knows where he wants to go. He knows the direction that he wants to go. So, and the universe is telling me that you really know about what to do. You just haven't take action yet. The only thing is that, as you can see here on the card, there is a dragon right here. And that is kind of a message as well, saying that it is time for you to move forward, but you should be cautious. You can make that decision, but you have to be cautious in a certain way. And I feel like that dragon is going to be the person or the situation that is going to try to cross your boundaries, or do something that you are not very comfortable with. Now moving here to the Empress card. The Empress card is a very feminine card, that is about abundance and female power, let's say. So I really think that this is related with the fact that the universe is asking you to be the bigger person. So the universe is asking you to, whatever is going to happen in your life in March, or whatever is happening right now, but you need to make a decision on, you have to be the bigger person. You have to be that person that is in their own power. And the Empress is also about self-love. It's about nurturing yourself and the things that you love. So the universe, I feel like with the Empress, is really telling you that you really have to be that bigger person and remember your worth and really nurture yourself. I feel like the Empress is really related with this, with these two cards. Of course, I'm saying all this and I'm referring to feminine energy, feminine power. That doesn't mean that this doesn't work if you are a man, because even men have feminine power, although it may be more subtle. So this applies to everyone pretty much. It just means that you have to embrace the nurturing part of yourself. Then you have the Justice card right here, and this card is all about setting strong boundaries, is about justice, is about being fair. And I feel like you are a very fair person. You are a very strong person from the cards that I'm seeing right here. The Justice is about balance as well, because as you can see, this woman has a scale right here, and it is a card about balance. And I feel like setting strong boundaries is also about working on your life's balance. So maybe there is going to be a situation in which you will have to really seek for justice or seek for the truth and really set the boundaries to assure that you are going to triumph over an unfair situation, for example. So I really think that all the tarot cards that you have here are really reinforcing the messages that you got from the first cards. I know that I'm taking a bit of time here with the tarot cards, but I really feel like this is a very strong reading, and that this is the strongest part of the reading. But I'm gonna move right to the Tower card right here. The Tower is usually the card that no one really wants to see in a reading. It's not the most, I'm gonna be totally honest with you, it's not the most positive card. It's a card about chaos, about sudden change, about things that are very unexpected happening. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be something very bad that is going to destroy your life. So don't be scared in that sense. The Tower is here just to warn you that something that you are not expecting, or at least that you are not expecting it to happen that way, might happen in the month of March, or might be about to happen. So take this card as a warning for you to prepare for something that is going to happen, because when you know that something is coming, you can prepare yourself better for it. So look deep within yourself and try to find something that you know you want to let go of. This could be related to setting strong boundaries as well, or remembering your worth. So it could be about you really wanting to tell something to your partner, something that he or she is doing that is hurting you, but you didn't really have the courage to say it yet. So maybe it is time for you to say it. It doesn't mean that it's going to break up the relationship, but a relationship is built on trust and fairness. And I think that is also why the Justice is here for some of you. So it is time for you to be honest, for you to be fair, and for you to find some balance in general in your life, because I really feel like there is something that you need to let go of. It could just be a feeling, it could be a thought that you have, but I really feel like that thought or that feeling or that situation is going to end up make you feel bad. So I think that's why the Tower is here, to tell you that whatever is going on, you might be already feeling that that thing is about to happen. So think about what you can do to avoid a crisis. And if it happens, because this doesn't guarantee that it's going to happen, because if you can work on something before it happens, then you might seize the damage a little bit. So yeah, and if something not so good happens and you feel a bit down or something, just try to think what you can build on that more not so positive situation. Because as you can see here in the photo, the witch that is looking at the tower collapsing, she's not sad, she's actually happy, because she's thinking about what an amazing thing she can build on top of that. And I feel like this is really an advice from the universe for you, to let you know that things can get way better than they are right now. Then I'm going to move to the Moonology Oracle cards. I'm trying to be a bit faster in this part of the reading, because I took a lot of time on this part, but I felt like it was really important for me to do that. I felt like this was the main part of the reading. So we'll do number 1, Love Life, March. Okay. So you have Believe in the Impossible and a new start is coming. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. I'm not even gonna go too deep on this card right here, a new start is coming, because I just told you that the Tower doesn't mean that you have to focus on something not so good that happened. It just means that you have to do and look at things just like this witch right here is looking, because she's thinking about what she can do better right now. How can she take the positive things from what happened to do something better and to achieve something better? Because I really feel like a new start is coming your way. I think that this could be more towards the end of the month, but the universe really wants you to be ready for something to change. I think that this is going to be good. Change is never easy, and that's why the Tower is such a strong card, because you all know change, just like I said, is never easy. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes I get too excited. It's all in one thing. And although it makes you anxious and nervous and sometimes upset, because it's not comfortable, it takes you to a much better place. And I feel like that is what is coming your way. This is a new moon card. It is a new start. And the card is very, very beautiful. I don't know if you can see it very well on the camera, but it is a very beautiful card. You also have here Believe in the Impossible. So if you are thinking that it is difficult for you to believe in yourself, trust yourself, trust your decisions, your opinions, then you have to believe that it is possible to be that person. It is possible for you to be the bigger person and setting strong boundaries. I think this is really a message from the universe to reinforce everything that I was just saying. So lastly, I'm gonna grab the Lovers Oracle cards to see what final love messages we can get. group number 1, love life in March. Okay, we have 2 cards. You know, this is why I love doing readings. So I talked about a new start right here, something ending and something new beginning. Then we got the new start is coming card. And now you have new beginning. So I can't lie about this. You just saw the cards coming out, so I really can't fake this. This is incredible. So new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So this is very self-explanatory. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not gonna go way deeper into this. This is just the universe letting you know that you have to understand that you deserve love. You deserve better. And you have to be conscious and aware of your worth. Because there is a new beginning coming your way and you have to be ready to receive it and enjoy it. Then you also have power, which is a very good card to come up because it says you instinctively know what is right for you and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. This is a card that fits in this reading like a glove. It's amazing because the Empress is all about being and stepping into your own power, and then you also have here be the bigger person. So I feel like in general, group number 1, March is all going to be about you stepping into your own power, being aware of your worth, and not being afraid of taking action and going towards a new direction, because that new beginning that is coming is going to be amazing. So I'm going to end our reading right here. This was a very powerful reading. I don't know if you felt it the same way as I did, but if you did, then you know what I'm talking about. Don't forget to like the video if something resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, if you enjoyed the energy, and let me know in the comments down below what resonated, what you thought about the reading, because I always like to read your comments and I always try to answer them. Thank you so much for joining me on this reading, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye. Hi, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So let's see what the universe has for you in March in your love life. So you have the citrine, bring in the light. This is a beautiful card. It's a very... when I look at this card, I always remember the sun card in tarot. If you've been watching readings for a while, you know what I'm talking about. That bright energy, that very exciting and happy energy. So I really feel like there is going to be... the universe is going to bring a lot of light into your love life in March 2023. I feel like the universe is telling you to really let happiness be a choice that you make in your life every single day, and that in the month of March you should really focus on enjoying the little things that bring that light into your life and really enjoying that moment when you are doing one of those things. I really feel like this is the main message that the universe really wants me to pass on to you regarding this card. Now I'm gonna grab the Daily Crystal Inspiration Oracle deck, which is the one that I'm using here, to see what other information the universe has for you about your love life in March. Okay, so we have 2 more cards. Let me put this one here to the side. We have the Chrysocolla, Start Fresh. And we have the Hematite, Ground Yourself. So I think that the Chrysocolla is really talking about you starting something from scratch, starting something new, doing something new. I feel like this is something that you've been wanting to do for a while. I feel like things are changing and you feel things shifting in your life, and the universe is telling you that that start that you have been craving, at least some of you, it's about to happen, and that you need to be ready to embrace it. This is a card that is all about closing the door behind you in order to move forward and doing something new. You know that sometimes we think that for us to start something new, a certain amount of factors have to align. And that's not true. Every single day is a blank canvas. Every single day is a great time for you to start something new. So don't wait for the perfect time. The universe is telling you for you to start right now, for you to start, in this case, it could be in the month of March for many of you. You will have the opportunity to really start doing something that you've been wanting to do for a while. Then you also have the hematite here, which is a stone that is all about grounding. Grounding is about you feeling in tune and in sync with the universe, with the earth, with nature, with yourself, which is going to really make you feel that you are on the right place at the right time. And I really feel that some of you are looking for stability in your life. And as this is a love reading, I think that you are looking for stability in your love life in a certain way. So I feel like the month of March is going to be about you working on that stability and feeling safe and secure. This works either for someone who is not in a relationship or for someone that is in a relationship, because you don't need someone to feel safe and secure. So I feel like this card is all about you feeling safe in your relationships in general, not just your love relationships. And I think that March is really going to be a month about self-discovery as well. This is very interesting because group number one's reading was pretty much all about self-love, and speaking up for yourself, and very empowering messages. And I feel like you are going in the same direction pretty much. So if you were, I usually only say this when a card is the same as in other group, but I feel like the energy here is very similar, although with some different things. But if you were drawn to group number one as well, you might want to check that one out as well. Especially if you feel like some of the messages here don't resonate with you 100%, then I feel like you might find something important in group number one. So just if you were feeling drawn to group number one as well, maybe try to go there and check it out. I am going to move on to the tarot deck because I feel like some of these cards, like the hematite and the citrine, are very general, let's say, so they have very good messages like grounding and bringing the light into your life, but they're not very specific. So I'm very curious to see what the tarot has to say. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot. It's a very cute deck. I really enjoy using it. Let's see what it has for you. Book number 2. Okay. So you have, oh, you have 5 cards. I was aiming for 4, but yeah, you have 5 cards. You have the King of Cups, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, the Devil, and the Knight of Wands. I think it is safe to say that this is one of the most unexpected set of cards that I've ever had in a reading in my whole life. So I really feel like the month of March is going to be something. Group number 2. I'm not saying it's going to be negative. I don't see anything here that says that it's going to be negative. Of course, every single month has some not so good things, less positive things, but I don't see anything major here. What I see here is that you going through a change. I see you having different ways of thinking and feeling about things, because you have 3 court cards. Oh, you actually have 4 court cards. I didn't notice the Knight of Wands right there. You have 4 court cards, so this either means, and I think it's going to be different for all of you, this either means that there are a lot of people coming into your life, or a lot of people that are already in your life and that are going to play a big role in the month of March. Or this could also mean that you are gonna go through some big changes in March, but it's like interior changes, let's say. I think it's something that is going to, for some of you, happen inside of yourself. Like, for example, the kings are very powerful figures. All kings. They all have a different aspect to them. The only king that you don't have here is the King of Pentacles, which is the more safe and secure and stable kind of person, or kind of personality represented in the King's cards. And I think that is why you have to ground yourself right here, which is about grounding and stability, of course. So I feel like the universe is telling you that, or is at least highlighting, because I feel like you already know this, that grounding and that stability and that feeling of belonging to a certain place or a certain community, it's what's lacking in your life. You are either with, I think that this could be the case for a small percentage of you. You might be with someone with which you don't feel at home with, let's say, in a certain way. You feel like something's off. You feel like you are being drawn to that person for a certain reason, but maybe not for the best reason. Or maybe for others of you that are in a relationship, this could mean that you are still in the beginning of the relationship, or maybe if you are already 2, 3, 4, 5 years into the relationship, but you still don't feel 100% comfortable with that person or don't trust 100%. This can mean that you should work on that or either leave it behind. It's almost like you have to decide soon what you want to be, what kind of person you want to be, and not just for yourself but for others as well. And if you are with someone that you don't feel comfortable with, then you are not going to be yourself. You are trying to be many different things, and this could be not just regarding your love life, because when I do love predictions, of course it is mainly focused on your love life and the actual sense and meaning of the word, but it could also be about relationships in general, because love is not just between 2 people that are dating or married to each other. It could be love in a family, in a friendship relationship, and I feel like something that is going to be common for almost all of you that are watching this reading and that chose group number 2. You sometimes try to be different people. Because the King of Cups is someone that is pretty much in control of their emotions, someone very emotionally stable. I feel like some of you are older people. I mean, you are not teenagers or young adults anymore. You are people that are experienced in life, people who have seen a lot, have went through a lot, and that have people in their lives that really changed the way they behave and they relate to other people. But I feel like what the universe is asking you is, no matter what age you are a very mature and experienced person. You just need to really find yourself and really ground yourself in order to be happier, and live your life to the fullest. Because if you are trying to be everything to everyone in your relationships, and if you are trying to be the bigger person and always taking care of everything, I think this is very confusing, because you have 3 very different personalities right here. You have someone who is in control of their emotions and that don't let those emotions rule them, and someone very, very stable and loving. But you also have the King of Swords here, which is pretty much the opposite. Is someone who thinks with their head, who thinks with their mind, someone who is not emotionally involved with people, someone who doesn't really pay attention to their emotions. He doesn't have a lot of love for people. Love doesn't rule his life. So you have 2 very opposite energies here. So you are either trying to fight different personality traits that you have, or you are in a relationship with someone that is not being themselves, someone who is trying to adjust too much, let's say. I think this is, in general, this is a very, very confusing reading. This is, there are a lot of messages here, so I really hope that you can all take something useful from here, because again, this is very, very tricky to read. You also have the King of Wands right here. The King of Wands is more about adventure, about thinking about the future, planning new things to do. So again, these are very opposite energies, but they have one thing in common, which is power, knowledge, and experience. And these kings are either representing yourself, a person who is knowledgeable, experienced in life, and that has gone through many things, and that now are trying to find themselves. Or this means that this could mean that there are people in your life, maybe the person that you are in a relationship with, that is just behaving in a weird way and trying to be so many things at once, and that can be affecting you in a certain way. What really makes me think is this Devil card right here. I think that for some of you, the person that you're with, I know this is not very good to say, but I feel like this could resonate for some of you. The person that you're with is kind of holding you back in a certain way, and you might not be looking at all aspects of your life, your relationship, your job, and even yourself. And I really think that the Devil is really bringing together these 3 kings right here, because the Devil is about you clinging on to things that you know that are harming you, because it seems difficult to walk away. The Devil is about doing things because you feel drawn to them, not because they're good to you, or good for you. And you kind of feel attached to something or someone. I never really like to say this kind of things, but if this devil card right here, for some of you, represents a person that you know it is harmful to you, someone that is bad for you, perhaps it is time for you to stop pretending that everything is okay about their intentions and walk away. Because, I mean, no matter what this card stands for, it tells you that you have the power to change things. Whatever is going on in your life that is, how do I say, that makes you feel like you don't have the power, you can let yourself go. No, you can free yourself from that, because tarot decks always have different images representing the different cards. And the devil card in the original deck, it's usually two people on the hands of the devil that are with chains and stuff like that, and that on the first time you look at the card, it feels like they are stuck and that they can't get away from the chains of the devil that is kind of making do things that they don't want to do, or be someone that they don't want to be. But when you look closer, the chains are totally loose and open. They can free themselves if they want to. They don't, because they don't want to. And I think that for some of you, I know that this is a very strong message and I hate saying these things, but I feel like some of you might be feeling trapped in a relationship. And the person that is with you is not treating you the way that they should. And what you have to think is that it's not because sometimes they treat you well that everything is worth it, because it's not. And that's what you need to start thinking. I think that could be the reason why the first card was bring in the light. Maybe you are too attached to someone, or maybe this is for some of you, this is not about the person you're with, but about yourself. You are too trapped within yourself. You are trapped because you don't know what kind of person you want to be, or what kind of person you are, because you could be feeling that you are all of these people and you have all of these traits of personality, but you really need to start fresh and find yourself, whatever that is. That could be breaking up with the person that you are, if the case is similar to what I described right here. It could be about freeing yourself from the chains of your mind, in a certain sense, because sometimes your mind tells you what you should do, but you don't need to follow. You can think for yourself. And I mean, this is a very, very strong reading. I am speechless, to be honest, but I'm going to move on to the Knight of Wands. And what I can feel here is that last card is there for a reason. It is a very important card in this reading, because I feel like once you realize that you are in charge of your life and that you can change things, you are not chained, you are not stuck, you can free yourself and you can do whatever you want with your life. Once you understand that, whatever you're stuck because of a person, because of a job, because of yourself, whatever it is, if you're feeling stuck, you can free yourself. And I feel like this Knight of Wands is going to be yourself once you moved on from this and start fresh, because the Knight of Wands is all about taking action and moving forward in your life. It's usually about someone who already knows that they have to do this, but they just didn't have the courage to do it yet. But this is the universe saying that if you already feel like you have the answer to whatever is happening in your life, if your intuition tells you something different than what your heart or your mind say, then you should follow your intuition, because it is time to take action. At least that's what the universe is telling me. Just be aware that there might be some dragons along the way that you will have to beat. Dragons as obstacles, of course. But yeah, let me just grab the other 2 decks of cards that I still have to see if there is something else that can clear this very, very confusing and yet very strong reading. So group number 2, Love Life in March. All right. So we have a win-win outcome is forecast and believe in the impossible. All right, so remember when I said that there wasn't a single card right in the beginning that was the same as in group 1, but that I was feeling that there were some things that were similar and that some of you could also resonate to group number 1? Well, I didn't tell you, but the Knight of Wands, which came right after the other 2 cards, was in group number 1's reading as well. And now Believe in the Impossible was also in group 1's reading. So just to give you a little reminder that if you want to go check group 1's reading, because this reading was very general, but also very specific in some kinds of things. This reading is for pretty much for people who feel stuck in a certain situation or relationship, and that they don't know what to do, or they think they don't know what to do. But it could happen that some of you were also drawn to group number 1, but you ended up choosing this one and now it's not resonating a lot. So if that's the case, you can go back to group number 1 and watch that reading, because I feel like if this one didn't resonate as much to you, I feel like group number 1 could definitely do, because the start was pretty similar, but the rest of the reading went in a totally different direction. But going back to this, a win-win outcome is forecast. So this is the universe telling you that whatever is happening right now in your life, whatever situation you feel stuck in, whatever that is, a relationship with someone else, whatever that is, a friendship, that is a I don't know, whatever situation that is, you are going to come out on top. You are going to come out winning. You are going to be on the positive side of that situation. It may be difficult at first, but something good is really about to happen. You also have Believe in the Impossible, just like I said, which is all about you believing that you can achieve things, that you can take action and move forward in a certain direction that you've been wanting to move forward. I think that nothing that I am saying here is new to you. You already know that you are feeling a bit stuck. You already know that you need to go in a new direction. I always like to say that tarot and oracle cards don't really predict the future. They just make you more aware of your surroundings and of yourself and your thoughts. So I really feel like you know about pretty much everything that I just said. This is just for you to be more aware of it. And again, if this didn't resonate as much to you, maybe check out group number 1. Now, lastly, I'm going to grab this Lover's Oracle to see if we have more love messages. Group number 3, Love Life in March. Group number 2, Love Life in March. Okay, we have 3 cards. I was looking for 2, but you have Soulmate but you have two cards right here that have a little text. So soulmate, your soulmate is already within you in spirit, believe this, and they will manifest physically. So this could mean that there's someone in your life that could already be your soulmate, or if this devil situation is not about your relationship but about someone who is really making your relationship worse. It could be that a friend or someone is jealous or feels like that is not the right person for you, and they are maybe trying to jeopardize that relationship. You shouldn't let them do that if you feel like it is the right thing for you, because people don't know what's going on behind closed doors, so they don't know how people really treat you, because sometimes it happens that people treat their spouse very well in public, but then at home it's the total opposite. So what you see from the outside sometimes is not what's happening on the inside of the house. So people may think that it's not the right person for you, but that's because they don't know the person. But each of you will know way better than me which is your situation right here, which of these, all of these scenarios that I presented here is more similar or has more in common with your personal situation. So yeah, make sure you only take what resonates from this reading. You also have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. I really think that this is about the decision that you are probably about to make. That is about freeing yourself from something, or someone, I don't know. And the universe is really highlighting that situation. Also have, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. That is a very beautiful message too. And a quite heavy reading is a very hopeful message that really lets you know that things are going to be okay. You are going to receive blessings of love very soon. So thank you so much for joining me on this reading. I know it was very confusing. I was receiving a lot of messages, and this happened in a recent video that I did in one of the readings. I was receiving so many messages that I didn't really know what to say, so I'm sorry if it was confusing, but in general, the message from the universe is that if you are feeling stuck in a certain situation, you should know that you have the power to change that. You have the power to do something different and to free yourself from that situation, whatever that is. I don't know, it's going to be different for all of you. So this was a reading that had very, very specific messages and a lot of messages. So just, I know that in the beginning of the videos, I always say just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. In this case, that applies even more. There were so many messages that I personally am almost 100% certain that almost all of you are going to have trouble on relating and resonating to the whole reading. But I am sure that there is at least one message in here that is going to be very important for you. So group number 2, again, I am so sorry if I wasn't clear enough and if it was a bit confusing. I never had such a difficult reading, to be honest, and a reading that I received so many messages. But don't forget to like the video if something resonated, and let me know in the comments down below what resonated and how you felt hearing the reading. And yeah, again, thank you so much for joining me and for all the support. I hope to see you on the next video. Bye. Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. So let's see what the universe has for you about your love life in March. So you have Shungite, detox your life. Okay, so this is very interesting regarding the fact that this is a reading about your love life. So I feel like the message is very clear. It's about detoxing your love life. It's about you trying to see what things are not working for yourself. This could be that you are single and you are trying too much to find the right person for you because you are looking for stability, and that means that you are absorbing the energy of so many different people that you meet, and that sometimes may not really resonate to yourself as a person, and that could be bringing some kind of negativity to your life. It could be that your current relationship has some things that you have to work on. So this will mean different things for all of you, and I'm hoping that the rest of the cards from this deck that I'm gonna shuffle in just a few seconds, and the tarot cards as well, can clear this message a little bit more for us. So I'm gonna grab the Daily Crystal deck to shuffle it once again. So we have one card already. So group number 3, love life in March. Okay, we have the 2 cards already. Let me put this one right here. We have the Ocean Jasper, and we have the Azurite, which is such a beautiful crystal. So the Ocean Jasper says, schedule yourself in, and the Azurite says, get laser focused. I think that for some of you, this detox that the universe is asking you for you to do and start working on in your love life in the month of March is about you not having enough time for yourself. You always have to have in mind that in a relationship, of course, you kind of adapt to the other person, even the other person's schedules, for example. And I feel like the Ocean Jasper is telling you that you always have to find time for me time, in a sense. It's okay, and I feel like this is an important message for some of you. Group number 3, it's okay, and it's a very correct decision for you to make yourself a priority. If you don't take care of yourself, it's hard for you to be available to care for others. And sometimes we fall into the mistake of caring too much about others and about what other people are feeling, and how we are paying attention to them and to what they do and how they feel. And sometimes we forget about ourselves a little bit, but the universe is here to tell you that March is the month for you to pay attention to that, and to not let yourself be outside of this schedule that you have in your life. So try to schedule a little time every day to make sure that you are nurturing and nourishing yourself properly. Go for a walk by yourself. Find a hobby that you can do by yourself, or just watch a TV series that you really love, but your partner, for example, doesn't really enjoy watching it. That doesn't mean that you can't watch it alone. So do things for yourself as well. I think that's the main message that the universe has for you. Then you also have get laser focused right here. This could be adapted to all areas of your life. In this case, we are talking about your love life. So if you direct your full attention to one thing at a time, you will be more efficient and productive in everything you do. So I feel like with this schedule yourself in and this detox your life, I feel like the laser focused card is about you paying attention to the important things in life. And that maybe you are losing some of your precious time with things that don't really matter as much. So really pay attention to that. Life is very busy, and sometimes you have to be very disciplined to help you avoid distractions and things that are setting you away, or making you, that is sending you away from your goals and from the things that really matter. So in March, really try to have control over where your mind goes and make time for things that you really enjoy, because only when you take care of yourself you are going to be able to take care of others. So I'm very curious to see what tarot has for you in your love life in March. I'm going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot. Let's see, group number 3, love life in March. Try to get another one. Okay, we have 5 cards. I was aiming for 4 cards, but I guess we can work with that too. We have the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. So this is a very interesting set of cards. You have a little bit of everything, pretty much. You have Wands, you have Swords, you have Pentacles. Just the only suit that you don't have here is Cups. So I feel like the emotional part of your relationships and your love life is really working well. What I feel here with the 10 of Swords coming out first is that you recently had a heartbreak or someone that really let you down. I mean, something happened or someone said something that hurt you, and that really disappointed you. And I feel like for some of you this was very recent. It's very fresh still. But for others of you, this was several years ago or several months ago. It's just that you didn't let go of it yet. And that is why the first card you had was Detox Your Life. This could be about you still being stuck to something that happened very long ago in the past or recently. It depends. It will depend for each one of you. But no matter when this happened to you, this situation, this heartbreak situation, or this disappointing situation or attitude that someone had towards you, the universe is telling you to detox your life. And then specifically, because this is a love reading, to detox your love life. And that means, in this case, at least that's what I'm feeling, that you really need to let go of all those thoughts that are keeping you stuck and that are avoiding that you are living a happier life, to be honest. You have the 7 of Pentacles right here, and I'm moving right to this card because I love the 7 of Pentacles. It is one of my favorite cards. It's about the fact that you planted the seeds for something to grow, and now you're finally collecting the fruits of your labor. So this could mean that you in March you will be starting to really collect the fruits of your labor, collecting the good things that you have been planting. It could be that you have been working on manifestation. You have been manifesting things to the universe. And if you haven't, this could also mean that March is the perfect time for you to start working on manifestation. And also to start really detoxing your life and eliminating the bad things or the negative things or the things that are just not doing anything good for you from your life. Because I feel like sometimes you feel a little bit trapped or a little bit stuck with those emotions that you have, or those feelings that you have. But I really feel like once you let go of those, you are going to be at an amazing place, really, because you have the 4 of Wands right here and the 6 of Wands which are very, very happy cards. The Four of Wands is about celebration, being with friends, with people that you love, and having fun. So I really see very good things in your love life in the future, group number 3. And you could start feeling that happy vibe by the end of the month. And I really feel like you are mainly going to achieve that happiness by yourself, because things only depend on you first. But I also think that for many of you, there are going to be people along the way that are going to help you find that happy place. And I really feel like by the end of the month, you are going to feel successful in your love life, no matter if you are with someone or not. Doesn't matter if you're single, doesn't matter if you are in a relationship, stable or not. It's going to be different for all of you, because people are different. People are all different, and everyone finds or tries to find and looks for different things in their lives. But what I can say is that by the end of the month, you are going to feel a lot more happy and successful in your love life. Now let me see what the Moonology Oracle cards have to say. I'm going to tell you a little secret that I didn't tell the other groups. I actually didn't even thought of it, but now that I looked at the deck, I remembered it. The Moonology Oracle cards was my first ever Oracle deck, so it's a very, very special one. And I really enjoy using it here on the channel. I didn't use it very much yet, but I definitely will. But yeah, let's see what the universe has to tell you about your love life in March. Okay, a lot of cards jumped out and really ruined what I did here, but it's fine. We have 4 cards. I'm going to try to not take too long on those because I still have another deck to go through, and I don't want to make you bored. But first of all, you have, what do you need to release? This is a question from the universe directly to you, which is very interesting. As you know, the first card was detox your life. So you now have, what do you need to release? So there is definitely something in your life, or someone, that could be the case for some of you. But I'm pretty sure it is something in your life that you really need to release and let go of, because without doing that, you are going to take much longer to get to this stage of your life, and we don't want that. We want you to get to that happy place as quick as possible. And I don't see a very, very big journey until you get here. I just feel like it's going to take time. It's not going to be tomorrow, but I feel like, again, by the end of the month, you will already feel a little bit of a difference. You also have, it's time to take action. So again, it's time to do this detox right now. It's time to let go of the things that are keeping you from being as happy as you could be. You are good enough. Wow, this is a very good message from the universe. Just to let you know that you can do this. Although sometimes you may feel stuck and you may feel like you can't let go of things that happened in the past, and someone hurt you, so you now can't trust anyone. No, you have to find that confidence within yourself again, and make sure that you don't let that sadness and that anger overpower you. Because you have the right to be happy and you are good enough. That is something that we always have to have present in our minds. And finally, I was very, very excited to get to this card. It's one of my favorite cards from the Moonology Oracle deck. It's this one. It's the New Moon. a new start is coming. So I didn't had so far a message, like a very clear message of a new start for you, group number 3. But I did feel here with the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles that you had to let go of something for something new to enter your life. And that you were going to start to planting the seeds for those good things to come into your life. And I now have the confirmation from the universe that that is definitely going to happen sooner or later. So you don't have to worry about that, group number 3. So lastly, I'm going to grab the Lover's Oracle, which is this beautiful love deck. I used it on the special reading that I did for Valentine's Day, and I'm going to use again today. I always like to use this deck in love readings. So let me see, group number 3, love life in March. Okay, I don't know what's happened with you, group number 3, but you are having a lot more cards than the previous groups. So you have 4 cards. I'm going to start here with friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So I think that this is a very specific advice for some of you, but I'm going to let you know of another message that I'm hearing. And I think it is related here with the last tarot card that you got, which is the 6 of Wands. Remember that I said that you are going to achieve success in your love life, but you are not going to do it alone. So this could either mean that the person that you are with is really going to put an extra effort in your relationship, and you are going to be like true friends with each other, and I think that is just a beautiful thing. And for those of you who don't really identify with that message, I feel like the success that you might feel in your love life, it's going to involve another person. And just like I said, that doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship, but there is going to be probably someone for some of you that is going to help you on that. I feel like that with this card, the friendship card, there could be for some of you a friend that is really going to help you feel successful in your love life. It could be that they are helping you with someone that you love and you just don't know what to do. It could be several different things for all of you, but I see that your love life in March is going hand in hand with friendship. So just like I said, you got a lot of cards and a lot more cards than the other groups. So you have 3 more. You have transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Okay, so this is confirmation of one of the things that I mentioned about this card, which is that you are going to be nurturing the bonds of you are going to nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship. So, and I feel like for those of you who are in a relationship, that is going to be what is going to transform it, is that the relationship is going to deepen due to the fact that you both want to be friends first. And if you are starting to see someone, or if you are interested in someone, maybe this is an advice from the universe, saying that if you really want to have something with that person, then you should deepen your friendship first. It doesn't mean that you have to put yourself in the friend zone. It doesn't mean that at all, but it does mean that you have the power to transform your relationship through friendship. You also have soulmate, and you have look inside yourself. So soulmate, again, I feel like this person, this is either talking about a person that you are with and that your relationship is going to deepen and transform, and that person is really your soulmate. because it says your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So even for those of you who are not in a relationship, I feel like this person is about to appear in your life. Then you also have look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So this could be about the first part of your reading, which was talking about things from your past that you needed to release. So this could be the universe really highlighting the fact that you should really look into those things, because once you clear that out of your mind, you are going to be opening a very transforming and beautiful place. So I'm going to end the reading right here, group number 3. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video if something resonated, and let me know all about it in the comments down below. And yeah, I hope I will see you on the next one. Bye.